the delay. Oh, the suspense. You know what? Haven't had a show in a while. I think we need one more drum roll. Okay, that feels good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Live with Wolfman. I am your host, Jacob Wolfman, and this is a show for you. It's about all the things that you're interested in and all the things I'm interested in. Sometimes we're talking about forms and weapons and tricking and point fighting. Sometimes we're talking about media stuff, photography, videography, social media strategies. And oftentimes we bring on a special guest. But we are going to change pace a little bit today, and actually we're going to dial it back. We're going to go back to an old school method of the show where it's just going to be you and me having a talk. Now, I've had a lot of guests on this show. This is episode number 47, which is amazing that we've had 46 full episodes. That means 46 hours of content have aired live, which is fantastic. And I would say I could do the number 20-something of those episodes have featured a really amazing guest. Now, one thing that I noticed when I bring a guest on is that I'm not able to be as participatory with the comments section. So you guys have to kind of take a back seat a little bit because I'm trying to focus on the guest and have a conversation with them. So I want to change it up just a little bit, and I want to make the chat more interactive and more about you guys, the Wolfpack, watching this show. So it's just going to be you and me today. I have one guest lined up for this week, and that's it. But have no fear, this guest is a legend of legends. If I book other guests, I'll let you know. But I just have one confirmed this week, and on Wednesday, Danny Etkin will be joining us, the legend himself. So I am super stoked to have Danny joining us on Wednesday. But today, like I said, it's about you. Today we are going to be highlighting some of the athletes that are going to be taking over the scene, the NASCAR, the NBL, whatever scene you're into. They're going to be on stage. They're going to be the new superstars of the sport. These are your predictions. These are the people that maybe they're your friends and family, or just people that you just know. You have a gut feeling that these guys are going to get a lot of love. So we're going to talk about it. I'm excited for today's episode. Pretty much, I'd say most of the athletes that you guys suggested, I take that back. I actually know quite a bit of these guys. Some of these athletes I've never seen. Some of them I have heard, and I totally agree with you. But in either case, it's your show. So as we continue out throughout the episode, all you have to do is leave a comment with suggestions, and we will play them live on the air, and we'll talk about these awesome athletes. It's a great chance to spotlight everybody. I want to see who is tuned in for today's episode. I'm going to give some shout-outs with my little commenter thing. Lacey, Mark, person families here. Awesome. We're going to start strong with some person love today. Jason, what's up, my loyal Wolfpack? McGuire Kane's here. What's up, McGuire? McGuire is one of my guests. He's the creator of Adrenaline Worldwide. You guys may have heard of that amazing brand. Jerry Gross is here. What's happening, Jerry? And I see a bunch of people that are watching, but they haven't said hi. So if you are watching this right now, please do me a favor. Every episode, if you watch, this is how you can kind of pay for the episodes since they're free. You can pay by dropping a floating thumbs up. You can pay by saying hello, and you can pay by hitting the share button. So if you really love the show and you want more people to tune in, hit that share button so that we can grow the show. Sound good? Cool. All right, let's get on with your suggestions. I'm going to start off today with Mr. Daniel Person. Daniel is approximately, I think he's like 10 years old, so pretty young. Lot of potential in Daniel. Now, we've actually featured his sister on this show before, Jackie. I think she's been on the show at least 2 other times that I can think of, which is really cool. So let me get my computer situated here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Let me make sure I want them to look good. All right. Wait. Where'd you go, buddy? Hold on. Technical glitches. I swear I'm gonna fire my engineer of the show who keeps messing up. I'm just kidding. If you guys didn't know, I am the engineer. I'm a one-man operation here. Someday I'll have a whole production crew behind the scenes, and it'll be this huge mega thing. But for now, it's just you and me. All right. Is that working? I think that's working. I think I can do a little bit better. Let me make it a little bit better for you. I like that better. Bam, bam, bam. Transition. All right, so let's check them out. This is Daniel Person. I have not watched this form. First time I've seen Daniel perform this particular routine. I've seen him perform before. I can tell you a couple things about Daniel. Him and his sister, they're a pretty cool martial arts athlete family team. They train really hard. They're always posting on social media in their garage, working out. Daniel, he's got the hops. He starts out strong, like 10 years old, doing an X out. That's pretty good. We're not going to play any audio today because I'm just... Forget the audio. It's just you and me talking. Oh, Sean Ellis is here. What's up? What's up, Holly? Oh, boom. So there's Daniel with the tricks. He's got a lot of power. Ends his combo strong. Bam. I know that these guys take this sport very seriously. They've had Matt Emig Skype lessons before, and I think they've been trained by a couple other people. Pretty cool. Note about the Persons, they are sponsored by Uventex. They are the only martial arts athletes out there sponsored by Uventex, and that's pretty cool that they were able to put together that sponsorship package with the company, and they've been pretty happy with that from what I've heard. Uventex has been pretty happy with it. Jackie was on ESPN recently like 3 times. And here's Daniel rocking it. So as you can tell, Daniel's super strong, super motivated, and he's got a bright future for this sport. So that was awesome. Great way to start the show, Mr. Person. So if you guys are just tuning in, please make sure you share the show. I need more people tuned in here. We need to grow the show. We're talking about you guys today. This is your episode. We're going to highlight the athletes that are taking over in 2018. Oh, Vivian, I see Vivian watching. That's amazing. What's up, dude? Tim, I see you watching. Mike Bates. Wow, we got a lot of awesome people tuning in here. Make sure you guys say hi. Say, yo, what's up? Drop a thumbs up. Hit the share button if you are regularly watching this show. That's how you can pay to watch more amazing content. We're watching the top, or not the top competitors, the potential top competitors for 2018. These are your picks. This is like the NFL draft day, kinda. All right, so let's switch it up. We're gonna watch. Oh, let me turn down the volume. This is Brooklyn Robertson. Oh, I like this. This is actually a fighting video. Interesting. Interesting. Now I'm gonna guess based off the points that Brooklyn is in the blue. I don't know, and I'm gonna guess that it is Brooklyn and not Brooklyn Robertson posting it. Well, cool. I just got to give love to fighters. This show does not give enough love to point fighters in general, so that's exciting, and let alone female point fighters. So I'm glad we're getting some love out here for the female point fighting world. Let's see what she's got going on here. Or is she in the red? If you guys know which one Brooklyn is, she's in the Team Heartland gi. That doesn't help me. Which one is that? Is she in the red gi or the blue gi? Oh, we got some Aussies in the house. We got a lot of fans of Brooklyn, so that's cool. Okay, she's in the red gi. My fault. This is we're looking at the person on the right with the red helmet. Easy points. They're fighting in a cage. That's cool. Awesome. All right. If you guys got any stats about Brooklyn, share them in the comments. I can talk about the athlete because I don't know who these people are, so I don't have much to say, right? So that was Brooklyn. Watch out for her on the scene 2018. I rhymed, which makes it true. All right, this next video that we are going to be highlighting is submitted to us by Anthony Demores. Anthony, he should be on this list in general. Anthony has been on stage before, but he is definitely an underrated competitor, amazing with the double bow staff. But we're not talking about Anthony right now. We're talking about his submission. And let's watch. This is Gabrielle Jean. All right, this is Gabrielle. Gabrielle. I'm sorry as I butcher names. Oh, she's double bow. I can't remember I don't know if I've ever seen a female competitor do double bow. I could be totally wrong, and you can totally say you're totally wrong. This is the first female competitor double bow that comes to mind. So I'm excited to see what she's got going on here. That's cool. That's new. What I'm looking for in double bow is for you to stand out and do something I've never seen before. Now, what she's doing, all those tricks right there, very clean, very good. They're all right out of Reed Presley's tricks DVD, double bow staff tricks DVD. It's cool that you can do them. But when you do original things like that little movement right there is original. That's original. I like that. Whenever you can stand out, make your own thing with the double bow, that's the trick, right? Reed's kind of taken over the scene and established himself, and everybody else has to figure out how they can be different. That was cool. She's very clean. She's definitely very good with her weapon, so that's cool. And I would not be surprised at all if we saw her on stage in 2018. Sweet. That's Gabrielle. That's Jean. Jeremy Epstein says that Becca Ross, she had a form. Don't know if she ever did it. I've never seen Becca Ross do double bow staff, but I don't doubt it for a second that she could. Gabrielle, says Sean Ellis. Kelly says she's 15, secondary black belt, took silver in Ireland, second at Diamonds this year in open weight and point. That was for the last person we highlighted for Brooklyn. Cool. All right, as we keep playing these athletes, feel free, drop in suggestions, people that you think we need to be looking out for in 2018. Put them right in the live stream, and then I will play those videos. So you just gotta drop them down here. Boom. Cool. What's up, Tony? What's up, AJ? What's up, Olivia? Sean says that he thinks that the form is interesting, but the X meme is getting old. Well, you know, here's the thing. When Reed started winning with double bow staff, anything he did was fresh and cool because nobody did double bow, period. So it was amazing. And there's only so much you can do with the weapon. And when you have two sticks and you make an X, it's like hard not to make an X with two sticks. So you're going to see that a lot. But I challenge, like, how can you be different with it? How can you move differently? If you look at Carlos Gonzalez, he's over in Florida. He actually has been doing double bow actively on competitive wise longer than Reed has. He just hasn't had the spotlight, and he moves in a completely different way. Like, you look at his movements and you can tell they're not inspired by Reed Presley's style. They're inspired by his own unique way of doing it. So I challenge competitors in the double bow staff arena to find ways to be themselves. They got to be so different that if you were to watch them, just their shadow on a wall, you could tell who they were. That's the secret. There's a little trick for you. What's up, Colin? Becca Ross is here. Uh-oh. What's up, Becca? Oh, so today, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are going to be highlighting some of the top competitors, or some of the potential top competitors for 2018, the new superstars that we're going to be seeing on stage, the next generation of world champions. That's the focus of today. Now we're going to watch a family, or a member of a family who is a loyal Wolfpack. They're tuning in all the time, so obviously I'm going to share them. But I think I've actually shared this guy's Instagram account before. This is Benjamin Jones. Now I got a bunch of videos, Benjamin Jones. We had traditional, we had weapons and forms. I picked one of them. I don't even remember which one I picked. Let's watch his form and we'll figure it out as we watch. Why do I keep muting it? Bam. All right, this is open hand. Okay, I'm excited for this because I've only seen Benjamin compete myself. I've only seen him do his bow staff before, and he's really good with bow staff. So let's see what he's got with open hand. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit just to give a little background noise. He's already on stage at Pan Am, so that's cool. He's clean. It's good. There's a nice kick. I like the extension on the kicks. I like the extension on the hands. That's good stuff. There was if you took a photo right there, that'd be a perfect photo. Actually, that's really smart marketing. If you want to market your form, figure out how to get picture-perfect poses in your form. There's another picture-perfect pose. Somebody were to have a camera right there, Pan American Internationals behind, they make a great photo. Put that on Instagram. Nice. All right, I'm getting too caught up in the photo moments. We're just gonna watch it one more time where I'm not so concerned with photos. I like that. Cool. Now Benjamin's got kicks, and he's got speed. Well, no, I'm sorry, he's got the power. One thing that I think he can increase is the speed. If he can just speed up a little bit and just be a little bit more explosive, the kid's going to take over. And that just comes in time with more conditioning and strength training and more push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that. But that comes. But technique-wise, I really like his technique. All right, Benjamin, you got your spotlight. Good luck in 2018. I hope you crush it. Keep training, and I look forward to seeing. I look forward to seeing you on stage more often. That's awesome. Who else we got here? Chrissy. Sean says I like that he's got some of the elbows in there. Reminds me of Marcel in that aspect. Yeah, I like the elbows too. You know, it's like, in a fighting situation, when you're actually going to fight someone, your elbows and knees are like crazy powerful and can cause way more damage, and they look cool. You can definitely incorporate elbows in forms in really creative, cool ways that I just think they're underutilized in general. Like in your forms choreography set, everybody's chop, punch, grab, chop, punch, bump, bump. Like we got that down, but there's so many like motions with your body just from like an aesthetic standpoint, if you look at the human body, that you can like use elbow strikes to put your body in different positions that look cool. So yeah, I totally agree. Like 2018 is gonna be the year of the elbows. Yeah, year of the elbows coming at you. You heard it here live with Wolfman. All right, what else we got going on here? If you guys got suggestions, who are the top rising stars 2018, drop your suggestions right here in the comments. I'm going to be taking your suggestions and playing them live on the air, live with Wolfman. If it's on live with Wolfman, it's like magic sparkle dust and like just blows up people into like superstars. All right, let's move on with my list. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this kid's name. I've seen him before. I've heard of this guy before. His last name is De Silva. His first name is C-A-I-O. Caio? Is it Caio? I hope I'm not messing it up. Let's just call him Mr. Da Silva till I'm told otherwise. All right, I see Mark and Lacey dropping some suggestions in here. Team Epic. All right, so he's already been... Oh, okay. So he started it with an X out towards the judges. So little things like that that make you different and stand out and memorable. Good call. I like it. Thanks for doing a trick towards the judges. Why not? That's awesome. All right. I like that intro. Okay. This kid's got a lot of attitude. Woo! He's very explosive, super strong. Yeah, this kid's very strong. Oh, wow. All right. How old is he? Does anybody know the age here? By the looks of it, I'm going to say he looks like he's like 13 to 14. Maybe 12. 12 to 14. He's got good tumbling skills, good martial skills. He's got the tricks. He's got the speed. Yeah, he's got all the elements to be a superstar. Awesome. Drop some floating hearts for Da Silva. Jeremy Epstein has a suggestion. So whatever Jeremy Epstein says is definitely a great suggestion. Oh, wait, Kaio. Wait. All right. This video just started playing automatically, and it's like, it's Danny Etkin filming it, and he just called him Kaio. So his kid's name is Kaio. All right, Kaio. Watch out for Kaio 2018. All right, we could watch Danny Etkin samplers all day, but right now, this is not about the superstar, the current superstars. It's about the future superstars. Kaio, 12 years old. His mom is in the chat. What's up, Bill? Tatiana. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I want to get the Jeremy Epstein suggestion. I can't say no to Jeremy Epstein, the music kid. He's now a music man at this point. He's now a school owner. He has well evolved past those days. Nobody knows what I'm even talking about unless you've been around forever. Ever. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second while I find that link. I saw a couple other links in here besides from Jeremy's. Jeremy, where is it? I'm looking for that link, buddy. I'm not seeing it here. Oh, here it is. This girl. Let's check out whoever this girl is. It's so far away. It's just filming a big crowd. All right, oh, you guys can't see it yet. It's just establishing the scene. Oh, Julia. Oh, I know Julia. Yeah, Julia's awesome. I think we've actually featured Julia before. What I like about Julia, she does some interesting things. One thing I like is the sidekick, where she puts the comma on her foot, and then she'll like raise it up, and then pull back her chamber and grab the comma. That's cool. It shows balance, and it's creative, and it's her own thing. It's her signature move. Any competitors out there, you're trying to stand out, find a signature move. Do something that no one else is doing, and if they ever did do it, they'd be copying you, and they'd get called out for it, right? That's the goal. You want to be able to call out people for copying your stuff. Actually, you shouldn't have to call them out. People should just know that they copied you. All right, let's see what Julia's all about. Got a lot of females getting spotlighted today. Awesome. If you guys have more comment, more ideas who we want to share, drop them right in the comment section. If you're just watching from afar and you haven't said anything, say hello. All right, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, she does a lot of interesting stuff by putting the comma on her foot. That's creative. Different movements, you know? Oh, wait. She can do some kicks? A lost art. Bring back the kicks, 2018. I'm calling it. Everybody bring the kicks back. I'm not calling it. I'm suggesting it. Bam. So she's already on stage at Diamonds, so she's already on her rising superstar status level. She's a little bit above the talent scale where I was looking at. I was looking at a little bit lesser known competitors, believe it or not. But I'll take Julia, why not? She's not on stage at every tournament. Bam. John, Brooklyn Robertson was actually already featured on the show. Oh, there's the kick. That's what I was talking about. See, that's creative and cool. It shows that you have creativity, which is important, and it shows that you have balance, which is important, and it shows that you have basic kicking abilities, which is important. So you kind of cover all of those grounds. Sometimes in a martial arts form, the goal of it is not necessarily to beat up an imaginary opponent, but it's to demonstrate a mastery of yourself and show that you have balance, speed, power, control, accuracy, and in whatever creative ways that you can illustrate that you have those aspects that make you a good martial artist, then put them in your form. Doing something as simple as holding a kick on or holding a weapon on your foot, that shows a lot of those chuck marks. Sweet. Great call. Thanks, Jeremy. I agree. CMX for Bella is coming. Bella's already a superstar in my book. Bella's already, like, she's on stage all the time. She has to defeat Sammy Smith, which is tough. Or she's had to in the past. I'm trying to figure out the math. She's going to have to defeat, I think Bella's going to be an adult this next year, if we're talking about the same Bella. Boom, boom. Let's see. Who else do we got here? Oh, wrong Bella. I don't know what Bella you're talking about then. I only know one Bella. All right. Oh, all right. I got another video for you guys. I got another suggestion. Now, what I like about this competitor is that he is the complete package. He can do everything. He can do forms, tricks, and he can fight. Man, he's such a great fighter. I think that's his best. That's what he's best at, honestly. We're going to watch Colin O'Brien right now do his forms. He actually competed at a very local tournament recently where I live, and I got to be his center judge for the sparring division. He was fighting like an adult. That was a crazy match. But Colin is an awesome competitor. They're also part of the Wolf Pack. The family's always tuning in here. So what up, O'Briens? Thanks for watching. Let's give some love to Colin. Give me some floating hearts for Colin O'Brien. 9-year-old Bella. Bella Isabella Nicole. I'll look up that Bella. We've actually featured Colin on the show before. All right, that was a little bit of the creativity there with tricking. Some extension there with the shuriken. Cool. The O'Brien families probably know how I feel about tumble passes, but I know they're still part of forms. That's what you got to do. So look out. Oh, look at all those rings. So look out for Colin, 2018. I do see him being on stage more often. I've seen him on stage in local events because he's in the Midwest, so I'll see him once in a while. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him on a national stage more often in 2018. But he's also got a stacked division. He's got a lot of tough competitors that he's got to beat out to get up there. Either case, Colin's an amazing competitor. So give it up for Colin O'Brien. You guys keep mentioning Isabella Nicolai. Is it? I'm guessing it's just Isabella Nicole. Otherwise, her name would be Isabella, which, hey, maybe her name is Isabella Nicole. King of New York 2017. Let's check out that video. All right, this is another suggestion by you guys. I'm taking your suggestions. Who are the rising superstars? Who are the new faces we're going to see on stage in 2018? And this is your prediction. She is 9 years old. This is my first time ever hearing of this competitor, first time ever seeing her, so let's check it out. 9 years old, starts off with a flash kick. Doesn't look like she's sponsored by any teams yet. She's got a blank uniform, which it shouldn't really matter how your scores turn out. She's got good stances. Backside 9. She's got a really good solid foundation. Like, this is all great. She keeps building right on this, and for sure, as she grows up and goes up the ranks, she's going to be. She's going to excel faster than the average competitor because of her the foundations and the mechanics are there. I like it. I like that pop front into a low stance. Dynamic level changes, you know. Forms choreography stuff. Also, it shows you're strong and you have solid basics. All right, cool. That's exciting. I got to see a new competitor. This is Isabella Nicole. So look out for her. She's 10. And I got to say, one thing that's not really fair about NASCA, in my opinion, is that the 10-year-olds have to beat out 13-year-olds. Actually, I think it's, for grands, I think it's 13 and under. And so even 9-year-olds. And it's really tough for 9 and 10-year-olds to hold their own against, like, 13-year-olds, just because, you know, you grow a lot in those years of your life. So if she just keeps going through the years, I can see her when she's 13 will be owning that division and be a superstar. And then once she moves up in the 14-17, she's going to be a top contender. Stuttering today. I'm getting sloppy. Jeremy Epstein, that's my student. Awesome. Stephanie says, suggestions for first-year NASCA competitor, 2018, first-year registered. Awesome, Stephanie. So if you guys have any suggestions for Stephanie for your first year competing on NASCA, feel free to add them in. I'll add in my thoughts. I have to say you have to be patient, you have to work hard, and you have to have fun. There's some people say that there's a lot of politics involved with NASCA and stuff, and some of that is true, some of that is exaggerated, but it's really, really hard to go from never competing on the NASCA circuit to being on top of it right in your first year of competition. So don't just set your expectations appropriately. Don't go out there and expecting to get first place right away. Obviously, expect to do your best and expect to give it your all. And each tournament, find improvements of how you, as a competitor, continually can get better. And then if you want to compare yourself to others, maybe you start off getting like 8th place, and then the next tournament you get up to 7th place, and then you get your next tournament you get up to 6th, and then the next tournament you're back down to 7, and then but by the end of the year maybe you're getting a couple 4th places. Like, that's huge progress, right? You went from a no seed, and now, like, if you're getting regular 4ths, you might be a seeded competitor. And then once 2019 rolls around, you'll be in a higher position. You'll have more experience in the circuit, and then you continue to evolve. So it's like a process, you gotta just work it really hard. Everybody that is on top of their game, the people that are winning in every division, are working extraordinarily hard, and they've been there for a considerable amount of time to get to that position. So you just gotta outwork, you gotta outtrain, and you gotta have fun. If you're not having fun with it, and especially if you're a kid, like, what's the point, you know? Like, what are you getting out of it if it's not a blast? So make sure that you have a good separation of, like, knowing how important it is and how focused you have to be, but also make sure to make friends with people. A lot of people that get on teams, I know that's one thing, like, new people on NASCAR are always concerned about, is like, how do I get on a team and stuff? And that really comes down to building relationships and being a good competitor and being a good person. So, you know, there's a lot of downtime at tournaments between waiting for divisions and once your division is over with, and all your friends are right in your ring. Like, you can make friends with all those people because they're some of the only people in the world that understand what you do, and so you can easily make friends with those people, and then one thing leads to another, and eventually be on a team and you'll grow into it. But just crush it. Go out there and have fun and train super hard. Take it as however seriously you take it, those are the results that you're going to see out of it. Hopefully that helps. Christopher Weekly, 13-year-old black belt. I'm guessing, Stephanie, that Christopher is the first-year competitor you're talking about. We got Galdino. I know, Mark, you're always in here. Lacey, you're always in here. You guys are recommending that we play some underbelts, which I'm a little suspect about. Like, since you guys are the Wolfpack, I'll play an underbelt for you. But I gotta say, I think the show is really catered to the black belt divisions. The underbelt is like, it's training wheels. You know, it's the warm up for the big dogs. To me, in my eyes, the black belt division is all that matters to me. I know you gotta love the underbelts, but it's kind of like loving high school football versus professional football. Like, you gotta go through the ranks, and you gotta get that black belt, because the black belt division's like, that's the cream of the crop. But I'm happy to look at where these underbelts are at, and then we can kind of make some predictions of what they're going to look like when they're in that black belt division, because this will be a good indicator. Let me see if I can find a link for that. So give me 1 second. While I find it, let me put up my share the show icon. I don't do this enough. While I'm loading up this next video, please be sure to share the show. Hit that share the show button, and let's grow the show. I need more people to tune in. We need fresh faces. It looks like you guys are digging this episode based off of the view count. That's great. Hold on uno momento. Episode based off of the view count. I hate the feedback there. All right, let's find Lucas. We're gonna watch Lucas first because I just see that link first. So bam, there's Lucas. It says going for grands in the intermediate division. All right, so Lucas, I think we've watched his Facebook, or we've analyzed his social media before. This is coming from his Facebook page, Lucas the Tiger. All right, social media tip. You always got to film in landscape. Don't film like this. You're in portrait mode. It doesn't look as good. Just as a filmmaker, just a little tip. But we'll watch his form. I like his hair. Come on. He's got the best hair of the day. So I can tell you, first off, the thing that's going to make Lucas successful in the future is having amazing parents that are super supportive and go through the effort of making these fan pages and taking him to these tournaments and stuff. That's what strikes me right now, because he is, he's doing great. He's 6 years old and he's a blue belt. There's anything can happen with a 6-year-old. 6-year-olds could become, they could be bored with karate next year, or they could be the next, superstar. Who knows? But we'll give a little bit of love to Lucas. I can't make any predictions off of that. The only prediction I can say is I think he's actually gonna do well once he keeps training in a few more years. And again, it has to do with the parents. A lot of competitors that get really good in the circuit, It's all due to their parents being their number one supporters, their parents investing their time, energy, money, traveling, taking them to tournaments, hiring the right coaches, even being their coach. You know, they'll sit on the sidelines and suck in everything that the coaches they hire, learn everything, and then help their child excel. And that's what's going to happen with Lucas if he's on this track. It looks like the parents are pretty committed. The fact they already got a Facebook page for him and stuff. So that's awesome. And we got one more underbelt. Hopefully this will be my last underbelt of the day. Like I said, I want to show off some of these black belts that have kind of earned the right, like they have worked to get to that level. So this is Isys, ISYS. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that name. Grand Champ. Oh, we've watched her before. We watched this video already. We actually watched it when you guys were doing asking for feedback on social media. I know that this form starts out with an X out, and she does a front walkover. And yeah, she's very, very talented for the rank she's at. So it's super exciting to see where she's gonna go in the future. She's got a really bright future for sure. Looks like she's a little bit older than Lucas, so she's had a little bit more time to train. But yeah, everybody just pay attention to this. This is going to be kind of good. You're like, blue belt, but then boom, there's that aerial. Yeah, only a blue belt. Oh, I like that. That was cool. Not only was it a front walkover, but she did a little hop with it. She had a little bit of, I don't know if she did that on purpose. Let me see. She does like this reach out. It's like almost like she almost did like a fake and then like went for it. Just a little bit of style. I don't know if that, again, I don't know, maybe that's just how she does it, but if it was intentional, it was smart. I like that. It was cool. KC Taekwondo says Connor Conover, and says that I've met Connor before at a hyper camp. All right, so give it up for the Galdino Familia. Grand Champ earned a 6-foot trophy for this. Haha, that's cool. Drop some floating hearts. Today we are highlighting the new superstars, the guys and girls that are taking over 2018, the ones you're going to see on stage everywhere. Let's focus on black belts for the rest of the show because I want to give some love to those. That's what I'm looking for specifically. I want to see, you already have a black belt or you're going to have a black belt by 2018, and you're going to be on stage and you're going to be winning against the very, very current top level competitors. That's who I want to highlight today. These are like if this was NFL draft day, like who are the rookies that we're hiring to go pro? Okay, that's kind of the vibe of today's episode. All right, I got one more for you, and I totally agree. This guy is the kind of talent level, the niche of today's episode. This is what I am looking for. His name is Connor Chastain. I have aired him before on the show, and I've said good things about him, but it's totally worth watching him again. Somebody suggested him. This guy is a comma beast. He is so good with commas, and he's got originality. I think I always have a little bit of a bias when it comes to anything with Team Infinity. I have a little bit of it, and I can't get that out of me. But despite my bias, I think you'll all agree that Connor is a simply amazing competitor. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all. I would be surprised if he wasn't on stage in 2018. He's just really strong. He's good. All right, let's see it. Put a little volume here. He's got the comma tricks. He's got like a ton of like reach and power. Bam, bam. I love this. So he's like holding the ends of the commas there. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle what's going on. It's a little close. But he has so many tricks, and he still holds on. You can see Cole Presley back there going, oh, yeah, this kid's good. Let's go. Cole's judging him. I see it. He's supporting him, though. Cole's another comma extraordinaire. Connor's awesome. When I saw him compete on stage earlier this year, and I was just floored. I was like, that's high level stuff, and this guy is gonna be a name to pay attention to. This is a name to remember. Connor Chasteen. Chasteen. I can see him beating the best of the best. I really can. Connor, I'm sorry that I have to do this to you. I'm not ragging on you at all, but I do want to rag on the sport in general. And this is just something that comma practitioners do, and it's kind of like I don't know how I feel about it. Because your weapon is smaller, you're able to do tricks more easily. And I always wonder, like, how that plays into the sport with tricks, because with a weapons form, you're supposed to utilize the weapon, and you don't really utilize the weapon. Your trick pass is amazing, no doubt, but you don't utilize the weapon in the trick pass. So I wonder if there's an area of improvement there. Like, you have everything else going on. During this trick pass here, is there something you can do at all with the commas so that you showed that you actually were manipulating the weapon during that portion? Otherwise, I can see judges watching this routine and actually, downgrading you or not giving you a higher score, just ignoring the fact that you did a trick pass, because that's not what the form is about, right? So that's one thing to look out for. But what do I know? I just have some Facebook show on the internet, and I just judge people from like a troll. I'm just kidding. Connor, I can't wait to see you keep competing and keep growing. Boom, boom. Jerry Gross has a suggestion. This was our first year, and this vid has a sidekick. Stumbled in 2018. We're going to stage, baby. LOL. All right, Jerry Gross. You want me to play a video? I can do that. Any other videos? I'm only going to be taking maybe 1 or 2 more requests tops. Our episode time is expiring soon, so if you have any more suggestions for people that you want to see on the show today, drop them in the comments. If you drop somebody in the comments and I didn't click the link yet, drop them in the comments again so it kind of resurfaces to the top, because I'm probably just going to pick some of the newer links. Because it's a live video, I gotta do a lot of scrolling and stuff. Oh, shh! I hate it when I talk. I hate it when I hear myself talk. All right, let's see. Jerry Gross. Let's check it out. I've seen. It's Alyssa, right? Or is it Alyssa? It says Alyssa, unless I think you're just calling her Alyssa. Whoa, whoa! You guys haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna say it's Alyssa. Tanner says, I feel like commas are the hardest to use while tricking. Tanner, I agree with you. It is tough to use commas while tricking, which brings me back to the whole concept of, like, how in a weapons routine, you're supposed to be judged on your utilization of the weapon. So if you can't do something with the weapon while you're doing a trick pass, then should you be doing a trick pass at all? Weapons, commas are extraordinarily difficult to use while playing on an Xbox. So should you be playing on an Xbox in your form when you have commas in your hands? Okay, that's a stupid example. But my point is like, you got to show off the weapons. So if you can't do anything with the weapon while you're tricking, then maybe you shouldn't be tricking. That's my point. Or you got to think of something. Maybe it's just something like passing the commas between your legs while doing a backside 9, or oh man, heck if I know. Maybe you can come up with some crazy thing where you chuck the comma in the air and you can do a trick and then you can catch it. It's hard. It's hard. It's not. I don't have a straight answer for you, but I do know that the weapons division is based off of your ability to utilize the weapon. So you just got to figure that out. It's not, I don't have a good answer for you. I'll leave that up to the competitor to figure out. All right, back to a new athlete. AJ Rando disagrees with me. Sorry, hold on. We'll get to this. He says, if it's an extreme weapons, yes, you should be doing the trick pass. So, AJ, hold on. We got a controversy here. I don't fully know if I agree with that. Yes, it's an extreme division, so you should be doing extreme moves. You should have inverted moves, but you have to, again, the performance is based off of your utilization of the weapon. How are you using the weapon in the form? If it was based off of how well you're doing tricks, then that's the open division. Obviously, if you do bad tricks in a weapons division, you'll get downgraded. If you do good tricks in a weapons division, I think that I don't know, like, how much does it matter? If somebody is out there and they do like very basic, whatever, lame commas, but they have the best tricks on the planet, is that supposed to beat out somebody that has the best weapons things in the world, but they don't do tricks? To me, no. The person that does the best weapons manipulations with no tricks should beat out the person that does lame weapon stuff and high tricks. So, in other words, the weapons are way more important than the tricks. It's my personal take on it, and again, I just say, like, if you can figure out some creative way, and maybe you don't have to actually be utilizing the weapons in the middle of the trick, but maybe it's something where however you land, something as simple as, like, landing strong or something, great, or maybe like the trick is like a precursor to a toss. So maybe you do like a backside 9 spin and you toss the comma, and the fact that you did a trick prior to tossing your comma makes that trick even that much more difficult. In that case, I can see how the trick and the weapon play off of each other, and they're not, here's a trick, here's a weapons thing, but they're actually fused together as one, and it makes the routine, it makes the use of the comma a higher, more advanced concept. All right, but this is a great discussion, though. All right, so let's watch this for him. Again, I'm sorry, Jerry. You're like, Jerry, just show me my kid. All right. Alyssa's like, she's young. I think maybe about 10. So she's got a bright future. I've seen her before. She's awesome. She's just full of smiles. She's got, like, really great kicks, flexibility. She can do tricks. She can do the Chloe Bruce scorpion kick, which I like. She's got a bunch of nice high kicks way above her head. Whoa, oh, a little stumble on this. She kicked a little too high for her side kick. We saw that Jerry said that was going to happen, and I'm sorry that this video is cropped a little bit. You can't see what's happening on the top of the screen. She had a little bit of a stumble, but that was a nice kick. Bam. Awesome. Cool, so watch out for the last name Gross. Alyssa Gross. That's who you want to look out for. Next potential rising superstar 2018. AJ says, going back to our conversation of, like, in a musical division, or I'm sorry, in a weapons division, tricking versus using the weapon and stuff. AJ says, if it's an extreme, it matters. It's a combination of weapons and tricking. You're talking musical weapons. No. Musical weapons, that division should be based off of your use of using the weapon and your synchronization to the music. How well does your performance correlate to the music as a collective performance, right? So there are similar topics here at hand. We can make very similar parallel arguments here. So if you talk about just the weapons division in particular, my argument is that the weapons division should be based off of your utilization of the weapon, and then tricks and all these other things, and kind of like make the performance better, but it's about the weapon itself. So if they don't go hand in hand, then whatever. Over on the musical end, we have same things going on here, where if you just have some generic music playing in the background that doesn't go with your performance, well, I think that somebody that goes out there and has a musical form that goes to the music, that ought to win. That's not the reality. I think at the end of the day, there's just the better form ends up winning. But I think that there should be a more adherence to the rules. So for musical division, you should have your form go to the music, which I'd say approximately none of the forms go to the music these days. All the music in 2018, past 15 years or so, it's all just like this trap beat of and it's just this beat that, you know, they hit the intro, the and then it build up, and then it just pops, and then it's just them doing their form with a loud, you know, song in the background. The musical division, when it was first created, was way different. It was like the pacing was different. Like they'd play a song like like some sort of like patriotic and like every single move they did reflected the music. And like that was the intention of musical division, and like throughout time we've definitely lost that piece of it. But that was the intention of it. So we could have a whole episode about my thoughts on how the musical division is totally kind of like dumb. Let's be real. Wolfman rant coming out here. The musical division is just another excuse for you to do your form. It's just like I did it once, and now I'm going to do my exact same form, but I have music playing in the background in another division. It's not like you did anything new or original to make your performance match with the beat. Like very rarely. Like maybe Kim Do did something, or Jacob Ellis. Okay, Jacob Ellis has a musical form. Granted, I'm not really sure he has music. No offense to Adam Kiefer. It's not. It's more like he has all these crazy beats and stuff, and he moves to the beats, which is like an interesting twist on the musical division. But it wasn't like a song, and then he like moved to the song. But I'm getting off track here. I'm like, see, this is why I need a guest to like kind of reel me back in. I just feel like the musical division, you're supposed to your music is you're supposed to move to the music, not have music playing while you move. And then in the weapons division, you're supposed to show your mastery of the weapon, and then anything else that happens in your performance should supplement or add on or increase your demonstration of mastery of the weapon. When you do a trick pass holding a weapon, the only thing, the level difficulty that increases is only the fact that you are actually holding objects versus doing tricks without holding objects, which isn't. That's really what the judgment from the judges should be scored upon, is the fact that, like, oh, you were able to do tricks while holding commas versus doing trick passes without holding commas. So that's like where the judgment should come down. In my opinion, in my world, if I own NASCA, I would like shape it so that that's how the rules operate, because I think that's how the intention is. Now, I think that it's so hard to enforce that philosophy that, you know, it's kind of lost its way and it become its own, you know, it's just its own thing now. And it doesn't, since there's no one to really like lay the law of like, this is how the division is supposed to be, division kind of just turns into whatever it takes to win. It's just the truth. Tanner says hitting beats that's near impossible to miss. Yeah. So if you have some sort of like trap music, just like, and like everything is a beat, it's like, how can you not hit the beats, right? So I don't know. It's another thing where it's like the pacing and the look of forms in today's era is so fast compared to how it was when the musical form was first created and became a thing, that it just, I don't know, it just doesn't really work, right? It just doesn't fit. It still exists, but it's just not a good mashup. I don't know. I kind of feel like musical forms could be dying in the future. I know I've never heard anyone else say that before, but just with copyright issues and ESPN not letting you play your song on air and all of these other things going on, I just don't see musical division being like a legitimate division. There's no competitor out there that becomes excellent at the musical division and nothing else. Because if they were excellent at the musical division, they could just turn their music off and go compete in the open division and win there as well. Because their music doesn't matter. They can turn the music off and the form still looks exceptional. Because it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. Philip Clark, what up? Richard says we duplicate a lot of divisions. Yeah, for sure. AJ Rando, 0.05% do. Yeah, 0.05% of people actually move to the music. Whatever. Richard Osborne says music adds the hype. I agree. Richard Osborne, I agree. Here's an idea to spread out there. And we're show's off the rails. We're past our hour-long time frame, but here's an idea. I think that the music concept maybe is saved only for grands or for runoffs. Like, let's just call it what it is. And the music division that exists today doesn't reflect what it was supposed to be. And I say scrap it and go win with your open form. And then if you have music that you want to apply to the background of your form, then you can do that in grands. And if you took the time and energy to actually have your form line up to the song like the way it was supposed to be, then that would just put you that much, give you that much more of a competitive edge when you're on stage. I don't know. The sport's interesting, and it's really it's an art sport. It's like if painters showed up at a painting event and paint battled. It's an art. So how do you judge art? And there's so many rules and ways to go about it. Blame it on the Sandstorm song. That's right. And I think we're gonna have to end it with that note. We're gonna blame this whole episode on Sandstorm. Okay, that's what happened today. Actually, I had a great time today. It was cool just to be able to chat with you guys and get more invested in the chat section and talk with you guys. Like I said, past episodes, we've been having guests on, guest after guest after guest after guest, and when I have a guest on, it doesn't allow me to communicate as much with you guys because I'm trying to communicate with my guest. And I really want this show to be about we. It's about the people that tune in and us having a conversation, and not so much just me always constantly having people log in. Although I gotta say, having guests is amazing because it's an amazing opportunity for me to get a chance to talk to these people, and you guys get to listen to these superstars, and we all get to learn and grow together. So we are still going to be having guests. As I said at the top of the episode, just a reminder, a guest that we are having this Wednesday is Danny Etkin, the legend. He's going to be here joining us on Wednesday at we're going to be moving the show a little bit later in the afternoon, kind of like this one. We haven't declared an official time. Basically, he's in school, so we got to get him out of school and then to a spot where he can tune in and join us for the interview. So we'll have a later session on Wednesday, but stay tuned for that. Anyhow, we're going to wrap up today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got some cool projects and some cool ideas for the show as it keeps growing. Episode 47 now in the books. Amazing. We've had 47 plus hours of footage. If you wanted to watch all of those, it would take you almost 2 full days to watch every episode that we've done. So that's pretty amazing. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Thanksgiving week. Also, I got to give a shout out to anybody that's doing the Cyber Monday, buying your stuff online. I do work with Hyper, They did not ask me to say this or do this or anything. But if you want to take advantage of any holiday deals and stuff, like go on Hyper's shop today. They got some deals going on. There's one deal for you that they aren't actually advertising. It's kind of like you got to know. We got to figure out how to tell people about it, but I'm telling you guys first. Anybody that buys a Hyper weapon through December, Hyper is just for free going to give you a training DVD, like a mystery surprise training DVD. So if you bought like a sword, like you might get a Kalman or a Jacob Pinto weapons training DVD. Or if you bought Chucks, you might get a Matt Emig or a Danny Edkin or Sammy Smith training DVD, which I think is pretty dope because usually those DVDs run about like $30. So plus there's also discounts just in general. So anyhow, hypermartialarts.com/shop if you want to go get some sweet gear. Again, was not asked to say that or do that. I just came to my mind. All right, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.